So today we're going to review Scream TV series season 2 episode 4 entitled Happy Birthday to Me. This episode picks up right where the last episode ended, and Audrey has the murder weapon in her car, so she goes out to a desert to bury this evidence. Little does she know, someone has an eye on her. As she wakes up the next morning, thinking, oh, everything is solved, at least for that particular problem. She gets a phone call. Suddenly in the morning time, she jumps up to kind of answers it. Feels something that kind of scratched her in the bed. Not quite sure what it could be. As she picks up the phone, we hear the killer, jokingly talking to her, and she pulls back the covers to find the murder weapon that she buried right in the bed with her, which is kind of funny. Is that a metaphor about like trying to bury your problems and stuff end up in the bed with you, or I don't know. Flash forward, and Emma is supposed to be setting up a romantic couples night with her boyfriend Kenner to have a happy birthday celebration with him. And so Eli, which is Karen's cousin, I do believe, his cousin, sets it up in Emma's ear about maybe he wanted a bigger birthday surprise. Maybe he could help her plan something. This is kind of suspicious because we can see already in the dynamic between these two that Eli maybe has a crush on Emma, and Emma sort of has a crush there too, because something happens to where they kind of land in each other's arms trying to plan this party, and it almost gets to a kiss, but that's how teenagers, I guess, go. All the suspects are gathered. For the most part, they're all gathered at this party, and a mysterious bottle is left on the doorstep. By who? The card says Jake, but I'm sure it's the killer or one of the killers that left it there, because the tequila seems to be laced with something. And so the sheriff's son, I don't even remember his name, but he tells them, oh, it must have been laced with something that is sort of a hallucinogen that's going to make them kind of, face their fears and might make them react in certain ways. All of the Lakewood Six and all of the suspicious characters are all basically drugged up, and we have different scenes of them hallucinating. Some of them are kind of confronting their fears, and some of them are confronting the truth, sort of like Brooke is confronting her obsession with Jake, and we have Noah sort of getting into a three-way kiss, which is kind of strange because his friend Audrey is a lesbian, and he sort of was trying to go with Zoe, so that was just kind of weird. I have Emma sort of having a weird dream that she kind of goes out into the woods, and she really is in the woods in real life. It's not just a dream. She's confronted by the killer. Now, I'm not quite sure if she saw this because of the drug or she saw it in real life. And that's kind of cool how they kind of play with that, and leaving us to be not quite sure, because if she did see it, then she is now knowing that there's a killer. Because remember, up until this point, Audrey is the only one that knew there was a killer. She's the only one that knew Jake was dead, and she knows there's a killer. And remember, Noah is suspicious of accomplice to Piper. Just when everything was getting ramped up and things were picking up, especially because of that party scene, we get to the end of the episode and is left on a cliffhanger, but a big cliffhanger. So they have the contest going on, and Brooke gets called up to the stage, and she takes center, front stage. She's wearing all white, which should leave you to the idea that something's about to happen. A Carrie-esque moment happens in which they pull down the banner, but the banner is filled with blood, and it drips all over Brooke. But not only that, Jake's body comes crashing right down on the stage in front of her and in front of the entire auditorium of students. So this is kind of big because now it's out. Basically, the secret is out that Jake is dead, and so now we're going to probably have a crazy couple episodes coming up. This episode was kind of a mixture for everybody, and it was the first time that we got to see everybody's kind of storylines progress and not only be interesting but just not be terrible this time. So my predictions for episode 5, which is titled Dawn of the Dead, I do believe in the aftermath of Jake finding the body, what's going to happen is now all the Lakewood 6 people are going to be even more paranoid, knowing that another killer is out there. They're going to band together, maybe try to solve the situation, or at least try to Scooby-Doo their way through this investigation and this problem. And I think we're going to see some more stuff happen between Eli and Emma, which is going to get a little weird. We're also going to see Audrey maybe distance herself even more. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? And that's it for this little quick review on Scream TV series season 4 episode Happy Birthday to Me. If you checked out the episode, leave it down in the comments section. What are your thoughts about the episode? And do you think Emma actually saw the killer, or was that just the drugs? Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe if you haven't already for more content like this on the way. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.